Hey everybody, this is Scott with Active Realty and the Janung team, and I am back at Heirloom Farms for an update on this community. I put out a video about 6 months ago when they were first pre-selling in this community, going over the different floor plans and pricing, and this video, the purpose of this is to update you on the current pricing, current incentives, and to tell you just what's going on as of today, April 2023. I'm putting a link to that video from 6 months ago up here in the corner. It also has the Tierra del Sol information, so the second half of the video is going to be all about Heirloom Farms. Check it out here. This is probably a video that could be 2 videos, but I really want to talk about some of the pros and cons of new construction, so if you stick around to the end, I'm going to hit on some of those points. Just like always with any new construction community, I always encourage you to take an agent with you on your very first visit so you can maintain your representation. We want to make sure you're getting the very best product from these builders and you know exactly what to expect from the process. Let's start first with a quick recap of the different floor plans. We have Sultana, which is 3-story townhomes, Crimson, which is 2-story townhomes, and then the single-family homes, Valiant. Even though I cover all the details of the different floor plans in my previous video for Sultana, Crimson, and Valiant, I'm going to include the links to the floor plans in the description down below. Feel free to check them out there too. As of today, Heirloom Farms is about 1/3 the way completed, which means that in the months ahead, there's still going to be plenty of availability, regardless of the floor plan you're interested in. Another major difference that I want to mention between my last video and this one is that the clubhouse is completed. The pool, the spa, and now the sales office is located within the clubhouse. That's where you will visit when we go together to tour these different models. Pricing for each floor plan has changed, however, so let's talk about that real quick. Sultana, I mentioned 6 months ago, was starting at $460,000. It is now starting at $480,000. Crimson, I mentioned, was starting at $507,000. It is now starting at $525,000. And finally, Valiant, I said, was starting at $567,000 6 months ago. It is now starting at $581,000. So prices have bumped up just a bit coming into springtime when we historically see more buyers. If we look at what they currently have available, this is a more accurate depiction of the pricing. Starting with Sultana, they have 1 residence 1 available for $508,000, 2 residence 2 floor plans for $553,000 and $551,000 respectively, and 1 residence 3 for $565,000. Meritage is one of those builders that pre-specs all of its homes, unlike many other builders, and as a result, the designs and structures are pre-assigned to any given lot. That being said, they still have distinct design packages and distinct pricing for certain premium design packages. For example, their Crisp package being the more affordable package and the Divine package being the more expensive one. So whatever design is assigned to your lot, that's also going to impact your pricing. These final prices do not include the cost of solar, however. Solar here in Heirloom Farms, depending on the size of the unit, is going to cost between $18,000 and $20,000 if you choose to purchase it outright. If you choose to lease, it's going to usually be between $100 and $130 a month. And yes, solar is required on all new construction here in the state of California. Looking next at the Crimson, they do have 1 residence 1 available for $547,640. This is a unique floor plan in that it is the only floor plan that the builder will actually landscape the small patio space for you. Looking next at Valiant, this is the single-family home. They are actually sold out of these floor plans. Of course, it's the most popular one being the single-family home. So to be able to claim one of these home sites, I recommend going in, touring the models. We'll get you registered and get you pre-approved with the in-house lender to get you on that priority list sooner than later. Now, before I get into the pros and cons of buying new construction, I want to mention the incentives as of today, April 2023. When you use the in-house lender with Meritage Homes, it's called MTH Mortgage, they are offering $15,000 in a closing cost credit. This credit will obviously be applied to your closing costs, and any money left over can be used to either buy down your interest rate or purchase window covers or potentially pay down your solar. You have options with the leftover money. So whether you're looking into Heirloom Farms or any of these other new construction developments, I think it's a good time to mention some of the pros and cons of actually buying new construction. Starting first with the pros, obviously, it's a brand new home. You're going to be the first person or family to live in that space. Secondly, you have options when it comes to choosing your lot, choosing your structures, and choosing your design features. Well, most of the time. And pretty much all new construction built in the last 5 years are really energy efficient. So your utility bills are generally going to be lower. Outside of the home site itself, you also have these 21st century state-of-the-art amenities, whether it's resort-style clubhouses or sports parks, walkways, trails. There's a 21st century touch to all of the amenities within the community. And finally, another pro I want to mention, which can also be a con depending on your situation, is you have a lot of time before your escrow closes, sometimes 6 to 8 months. This allows you some extra flexibility to either close out a lease or sell your home if you need to. While some of these pros are really, really great, I also want to mention some of these cons, starting first with the property taxes. No matter where you go in the county, you're going to have a base property tax, but in these new construction developments, there are a lot of special assessments, including Mello-Roost. This can sometimes jack up your property taxes from around 1% all the way up to nearly 2%, and that's definitely going to impact your monthly payment. Secondly, most new construction builders do not do any landscaping on your lot. So in addition to paying for your house, you're going to have to also pay for landscaping, usually within like a 6-month time frame after moving in. And finally, I feel like this is a point that does not get discussed enough, and that is the price that you see online is not the true price. I've talked in this video already about the base price not being the true price of a home. You have to add another 10, sometimes 20% onto that base price to get the true cost of your home. After you choose your structural options, your design options, pay for your lot premiums, suddenly you're paying so much more than you thought you were for a home that was advertised at a certain price online. So these are all things to keep in mind before jumping into a new construction purchase. And a good reason why you should have an agent to go with you to all of these new construction developments to walk you through the process. And that's going to wrap up this video and this update on Heirloom Farms and some of the pros and cons of buying new construction. Hope you liked it. If you haven't hit that subscribe button yet, go ahead and do it. I will be back next week with a market update. We are already at the end of April 2023. Crazy how fast the time is flying. Until then, I hope you have a great weekend, everybody, and we'll see you next time.